Hello everyone, hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just going on to XRP once again. Thank you for your support. Okay, big of the CoinsKid crew. So XRP surges after Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse says SEC is dropping its lawsuit against the company. So a real bit of good news there for the community right there. Now I remember the inverse of this in, I think it was December 2020. They came out with that rubbish and it absolutely tanked the price. But ridiculously, when it tanked, it tagged a buy zone that I was looking at for XRP, and it come up into 5 waves, the 1.618. I've gone through this with you a million times, and then it had an ABC slam bang into the God candle back test, nailed that move, beautiful buyback, and then it absolutely took off from there. 5 waves to the upside into April 2021. So I wasn't making videos back then. I wish I was, but I was in a family group, a WhatsApp group with family and friends, and we nailed the moves. 5 waves up off the bear market bottom in March 2020, came up in 5 waves, got the buyback on the God candle back test, and then it came up in another 5 waves. And it's in the process of 5 waves to the upside. This is where I started making content for you guys, and I've been with you ever since. Okay, so XRP surges, brilliant, fantastic, but it's not quite broken out right now, is it? Now, there's no bias on this channel. I don't necessarily think we've entered a bear market just yet. I do see a wall of money coming into the market relatively soon over the next few months because of an indicator I've made based on global liquidity. Okay, M2 money supply. So we see that in the charts eventually this return of liquidity coming back into the market. And I just wish I'd made this indicator earlier for you, because last year I think it was when we bottomed in, I think it was July 2024 right there, we came up, went sideways, really boring. It started to come back, but the liquidity was already returning to the market and breaking out to the upside. So I wish I had that indicator then, because obviously it had been confidence analysis. Okay, I'm looking at a vertical here, which is something I spoke about every single day because of the setup that I was looking at. The XRP was about to break out, and when it did, fantastic, it's come up, it's been beautiful, but like I said to you, I don't necessarily think that this move to the upside is complete yet. I'm looking at a minimal $4 target in the next move up, okay, which obviously with the confluence of many other things, if I start to see bearish setups on that next move to the upside, this is where I will begin to exit my XRP position, and I'll go through that with you in today's video. So I'm still bullish, macro bullish. I think we're going for a correction since December. I keep relaying this. I think we've been in an irregular correction since December. I've shown the confluence in many charts, but what I'm looking for is a couple of key things right now to increase probability. Okay, we're looking at a vertical, but one thing that's got me really excited is the liquidity that's returning to the market potentially over the next few months because of the crystal ball indicator that I've created for yourselves. But this is good news going forward. Okay, fantastic. Let's dive into the charts right now and see what we can see. Okay. So quickly before I do dive into the XRP chart with you, that last week there was an opportunity that I relayed to you based on data. Now this macro signal that I've created for yourselves, this is macro, this is the weekly. So it's a zoomed out look, it looks at the charts, it gathers the data, and it will present a macro signal based on this. So it's only a few months ago that XRP was actually in a sell. So we had a sell, it was up here, red, and I relayed to you, this is not a good sign basically. It needs to cool off, come back into the neutral zone, which currently it is, and then it'll look to go again. Okay, and this is what we're looking at right now. So XRP just a few months ago was in a sell zone, okay, and obviously Bitcoin, so on and so forth. Now what we've got is a substantial pullback on Ethereum. We're not quite seeing the green bar yet. There's no guarantees that we will see that, but this is why I'm beginning to accumulate Ethereum right now, because I think it's under the water. I think people are really pessimistic and bearish on Ethereum, and I've been jumping in and accumulating that. Now there was a coin last week, TON, that was presenting a buy with a green bar basically, so it was telling me to buy, so I did. I looked at the charts, the index right there, just again respecting the data. We've got a beautiful level here, which is basically resistance at retest. You got resistance there in, I think it was, when was that, 2022 right there. That's your initial resistance, came up, made the higher low. Then you got second resistance, made another higher low. Compression led to expansion, broke out on ton. You've had a huge impulsive move. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you got some kind of big ABC zigzag that's come back, right slam back into this resistance as support. God candle back test has now become support with oversold conditions on the RSI. So this is why, purely respecting the data, jumped in last week. It's been an amazing little trade for myself against, the herd mentality. So a green buy, look at the charts. There is one other coin today in this index that's printing that. It's just popped in today. So come to the index, look down the list of the macro signal. There is one coin that's really oversold on the weekly, which could be offering a potential opportunity. This is why I bought that coin today. So come to the index on CoinsKid.com and you will see it. Okay. So let's go forward into the XRP chart right now. But if you are looking for macro signals, beautiful little spot entries, look at the macro signal on CoinsKid.index because it will offer them for you. Okay. But obviously, due diligence, do a little bit of research, look for oversold conditions, look for resistance retest, look for bullish divergence on the lower time frames, and yeah, I think it could present an opportunity right there. And it's pure data, not emotion. This is what we're relying on this channel, okay? Equally, I think Ethereum at the moment is really under the water. Bearish, 37% below its bull market support band, where everything else is sort of up there, retesting that bull market support band. It's very underwater right now, for me, Ethereum. And we've seen XRP down there like this. The market's come up, going sideways, boring, and XRP's down there, crabbing, going along, and it's really bearish and under the water. But like I've relayed to you, they are the times where you accumulate XRP for the big move up to the upside. So Ethereum is on my radar right now. If we do start to see a buy and a green, I will buy a substantial amount of Ethereum. Now I am beginning to accumulate these lows, because if we take a quick look at Ethereum on the daily time frame, and I relayed this to the CoinsKid crew, there's a bullish divergence down there, and right now some kind of ascending triangle breakout, look for a back test. If this thing does start to come up, it would not surprise me. I'm looking at this God candle back test just there on the way down. We've got this level here. See this God candle back test around about 3827. I think we could see a substantial rally if we do get that liquidity coming back into the market. There's no reason why this was not a buying opportunity. Oversold, bullish divergence on the weekly, oversold almost back into this sweet spot down here. Look at this God candle back test that we've back tested here. You see this from October 2023, ascending triangle, broke out, ABC come back to it. This could be a beautiful opportunity, okay, for XRP, for Ethereum, sorry. Let's dive into the XRP chart right now to see what we can see, okay? So looking at XRP on the weekly time frame, what I'm looking for XRP is to give me more clues to the future of XRP. At the moment, what I think we've done in December, we've entered a correction, okay? So we entered a correction way back there after an impulse. We had an impulse to the upside, and we entered another correction just there. This correction was an expanded flat, basically, and this is an irregular zigzag. And what we've done here, my primary at the moment is really simple. We've gone from left to right in an A, in a B, and right now possibly we're calling up in this C, which is compressing in a triangle, or a WXY correction. So we may be in this complex wave 4 correction. It's just a series of 3 waves as we get compressed towards the apex before the explosive move to the upside. Now the last time I saw this on the weekly, we had a 1 into a 2 into a 3. We went sideways in the compression pattern, holding the ascending level support and the 20-week EMA before the explosive final 5th wave into, I think it was April of 2021. So from this low here, where the SEC came out with their rubbish, but if you look, all it did was backtest this God candle backtest, resistance, support, breakout, came back to it, broke out, boom, beautiful. 1 2 3 4 5, flip bear, ABC back into support. 1 2 3 4 5, flip bear, ABC back into support. But this correction lasted a lot longer than I actually anticipated, to be honest with you, and I hold my hands up, it did, okay? So what I was looking at, to be honest with you, is an ABC back, then breakout into late 2021 with Bitcoin and Ethereum, into them all-time highs and the blow off top, which is typically what we see at the end of every 4-year cycle. We see the big move towards the end of the year, which is where Bitcoin was coming up, but XRP failed. So this, at this point, like I've said to you in the confluence in the XRP chart, that this was a local high, an impulsive high for the likes of Bitcoin and Ethereum, and the B wave high, we experienced in Bitcoin and so on and so forth, was a bull trap. So it was an ABC. We nailed the bottom of the C wave and have been riding this bad boy back up ever since. Okay, so for XRP, my primary at the moment is really simple. I don't think that this is a 5-wave move, but I don't think it's a completion. I think what this is a 3-wave move. It's a bull trap. This is your A into your B, calling up C and break out. So I'm looking at this at the moment. The primary is this ascending level support, compression lead to expansion, breakout. Ascending level support, compression lead to expansion, breakout. So this is what I think is in front of us for XRP. So at the moment, unless we start to see a breakdown below ascending level support, I'm holding on for dear life here. If we do start to lose ascending level support, if we start to break down below $2, if we start to lose a 20-week EMA, which is something we didn't there, then obviously I'm targeting buybacks $1.64 and $1.22 with yourselves. But I think possibly at the moment, until we start to see the clues that we are going to do that by breaking down, lose ascending level support, I think it might be a bit of opium right there. Going forward, because there's something that's happening here in the crystal ball, which is an indicator. What we've done here, and this is again as a clue, that in December liquidity's left the market. This is where XRP's been correcting, but then just there, liquidity is re-entering the market roughly next week. Okay, so this is starting to re-enter the market. XRP's calling up, possibly bottoming in a triangle, and then breaks out with liquidity into May, where I do intend to sell and go away right there. So I'll leave you with that. And like I said to you, these impulses, they don't last very long. Look at the big upside. They don't last for as long as people think. You go for all this sideways, boring accumulation, it's rubbish, but your big moves up, they do not last very long. So I think this move will come over a couple of weeks. Like I said to you, coil up, left to right, triangle, breakout, we're done. We've got 5 waves. At that point, I'm exiting my XRP, and I'll try and find the top with you. My minimal top target is the $4 target, and then we may actually go to the $8 target in this big impulse. And then after that, I think we've got a big macro correction that's coming into the charts for XRP. So that's currently my primary. If we can hold this level of support, possibly some kind of A into a B into a complex C that's doing something like this over the next few weeks, compression lead to expansion. The crystal ball indicator is showing us we've got liquidity coming into the market. So these are my primary targets, $4 and $8. I wish you most luck going forward, okay? Stay up for stay tuned. But like I said to you, 5 waves up off this bottom, I'm going to be incredibly bearish. You're not going to like it. Stay up for stay tuned. Take care, everyone. Back to another update in XRP. Bye-bye.